This is Mary at R.I.S E, and I wanted to give you a couple ideas on some of the trays that you may be purchasing and what you can do with them in your horticultural therapy practices. One of the more popular trays that we have here has a large variety of different types of plants in it. You may order the fairy garden tray, you might order the tough plant tray, house plant special. A lot of these can all be intertwined and worked on in similar fashion as what I'm going to show you. So I wanted to put together a couple different quick projects that you could utilize wherever you're doing horticultural therapy. Sitting in front of me is a little white plastic saucer. We recycle a lot of things here, and this garden was put together about 3 months ago by one of the clients that we worked with, and it happened to be a young boy who was about 12 years old, and he wanted to do a little fairy garden. So very inexpensive way to put together some of our plants. So this is something that you could utilize here. So you could do this with our house plants, you could do that with the fairy garden plants. They're all very, very popular and some fun projects for some of the kids. Older adults enjoy this. We've done this with developmentally disabled in a lot of different ways that they can handle the plants. So I have sitting in front of me just an old clay saucer. This does not have to be a very expensive project. It's an old saucer. Think about this though, there is no drainage in this, so you're going to have to be cautious about watering. I have some nice potting mix here, and I'm actually filling this up. You can actually have your clients completely fill this and smooth it out. It's a great way for them to use their hands. If it goes too fast, which projects often do, instead of having them pouring the soil into the tray, you can actually ask them to use a scooper. This comes from an old powdered laundry detergent box. Or if you're looking for something even more exact, you can actually use a plastic spoon or even a measuring spoon, and that might take them longer if you're looking at the motions that the client is supposed to be using with the soil. So once you get this filled, there are so many different ways that you can plant up your little garden here. You can, like I said, have them flatten it out. You can have them push soil up into a little mound and leave it lower here. We do that a lot of times, and then we go out and collect bark. I think I have some bark somewhere around here. I had some bark. Oh, right here. So we go out and we collect bark, we collect stone. This could be a little project before you actually get to plant things up, that you can go out into nature and locate different types of items. We've got some mosses here. We always have some of these decorative stones that we get like at dollar store or something like that, because kids like some of the colors, but maybe some of your clients who have some visual impairment might need some colored stones, something even brighter than what we have here, that will help them place that into their plant material to give that a little extra decoration. So your trays come to you like this. Sometimes they're not quite as tall as what you see. These have been growing on in our greenhouse for a couple months. And what you're going to want to do when the plants come to you before you plant anything, you always want to pinch the bottom. If you grab a hold of your plant material from the top, you could end up ripping off branches, you could crack the stems. If you want your clients to do it, sometimes what you want to do is you want to go ahead and loosen this first, or this could be even one of the steps that you have in mind for your clients. But by loosening the bottom portion of the tray, that helps to pull the plant out nice and whole. So this really is going to be, you're basically creating a miniature landscape. So you can choose, I would say no more in a size of pot like this, no more than 5 plants, possibly only 3 if you're going to add some different things to it. But basically what you want to do is you want to look at some of your plants, some that might be taller. This is a begonia, and what we recommend you do is you actually kind of break up the root system before you plant it, and just have your clients go ahead and place it in there, push it, make a hole, push it in there. Grab some of your other plants. If it's children, maybe what you want to do is actually take the plants out and place them in front of them so that they don't have as many choices to choose from. Sometimes that's a bit overwhelming. And you can put your plants all together in your pot, and then you can go ahead and add your mosses. Maybe you want to add your bark. Sometimes we add it as a little bit of a wall. And then you've got I have a little pea gravel. You can make some paths. I mean, obviously I'm taking a very quick way of doing this as an example for you, but this could be something that is step driven or direction driven for whatever group of people that you are working with. You can water this in. You want to be cautious when you water it so that the soil doesn't go exploding out of your little saucer. So you want to go very slowly. Even a mister with that grip motion might be a good choice for them. And then you could always find little fairy houses, little sticks, that type of thing, just to kind of decorate your pot up. So that's one of the examples of what you can do with this tray of flowers. But what you can also do, and I'm going to start pulling this out for you, what you can also do is, we made here as another project of ours, these are actually little old white washcloths that we dipped in some Portland cement that was mixed with water and made a bit of a slosh out of it, turned it upside down and had it dry over the top of a pot, and then you can pot that up using these plants. So it's another little project if you don't want to get into the fairy garden or saucer type area, if that's going to be too difficult. And a lot of our clients have actually tried to take this as an example and use these as a little sales project for spring sales or winter sales, where they've actually taken this and planted it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these plants out here, and I wanted to just show everybody how these can actually be utilized in a pot like this. And this could also work for a clay pot, even just a simple plastic pot. You can make your own arrangement with these plants. So here you have your little cement little saucer here. You fill it with soil, and now you can take your plants, pot them up, and now you've got your own little planter all ready to start growing. Very simple. There's only 3 plants in here. They'll fill out nicely, but it's just a nice little planting project, something that you can do with these plants when they come. And you can have your clients take a look at each of the different types of plants and figure out what they want to work with. So I think one of the biggest phrases that everybody has been using over the last couple years is thriller, spiller, and filler. And you can actually do that with some of these types of plants. So you've got a spiller, your thriller, here's the oxalis, and your filler could be your begonia. So another little project, something that you can do with this nice tray of plants.